Ladies and gentlemen, spring is sprung, and the perfect way to start spring is with another ride along with Norm Rieger. Let's go.
All right, Doug, you ready for Ride Along episode 3?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So today's going to be an interesting one. We're going outside the normal radius that we've done in episode 1 and episode 2. So we're going to visit really quickly a couple of jobs we've seen already, just to do a progress check. And then we're going to introduce everyone to a couple of new projects we've been working on, and it's just going to keep growing from there. We just signed up a lot of jobs that are going to start a little quicker than we normally start jobs, so spring is going to be busy this year, and lots of cool stuff coming up. So the first place we're going to stop is at the Laurel Lane garage and outdoor patio job. So a few things have happened since we were last there, and I'm hoping to catch the garage door installer. As many of you might remember from a previous video, we built down that garage door so it would accept 8-foot garage doors. And since then, we've finished siding the garage, and now the actual doors are being installed today. So we might meet up with our garage door installer, Dan Vecchio from NDV Service Corp. Best in the business. I met them years ago. It was a father and son team. Dan's dad is now transitioned into semi-retirement, and the company is pretty much run by Dan. The nice part about finding a subcontractor like this is he's still small, and he doesn't want to scale his business. He likes it the way it is. So when you call Dan, the guy who's giving you the quote, and the guy who's getting you the information on the product, and the guy who's troubleshooting is the guy who's actually physically doing the install himself. No helpers or anything typically. So it's really cool when you have a small family-owned business as a subcontractor. You know, they're a phone call, they're a text away. You don't have to go through an office. You're not leaving messages. They answer the phone all the time, and that's part of the core team we've built around us, and it just makes our life easier and the end product better for my customer. I'm going to pop over there first. Then we're going to pop back into the double bathroom job at Terhune, which is at 99.999% completion. And I have another one on the list that we're going to stop at, and it's just eluding me at the moment. Don't remember anything anymore without checking my phone. All appointments, all notes, everything's in that device, and you know we don't operate our phones while we're driving. This particular bluestone patio project keeps getting expanded. So we started as we're just doing bluestone underneath the covered porch, and then they had some old paver retaining wall with a landscape block wall, and the job keeps expanding. So now we're going to be doing a new retaining wall. We're going to be expanding the bluestone down to a walkway all the way down underneath the deck, and so the groundwork in this job is going to take longer, but it's not because it was delayed. It's because while you're here, might as well take care of it. So there's many ways to finish a covered patio ceiling, not the roof. I almost said roof. The roof is what's outside, the ceiling is what's inside. And so in this particular case, we went with a very cost-effective way to do it. Most people don't notice, they're just looking for white ceilings. This right here happens to be vinyl soffit material. It's not vented, there's no holes in it because it doesn't want air to go up into the porch roof. This is regular vinyl soffit material, gives a beaded look. Some other options you could do is actually beaded white wood that's painted, so that would be a wood porch ceiling. And then some people want open beams to give it more of a rustic look. So it would be more of a wood-toned, rough beam porch ceiling. We've even done stained cedar or mahogany porch ceilings. So you have a lot of choices when it's time to finish the ceiling of your covered patio or back porch or front porch. This is the most cost-effective way to go. And if you really don't care what your ceiling looks like, what I mean by that is you're not looking for it to be a feature. You just want it to be a nice ceiling. You're not trying to draw attention to it as an add to the design. Then this is a perfect product to use. But take a look at this siding. This is one of my absolute favorite products to work with. James Hardie plank siding. They also make James Hardie shake siding and James Hardie panel siding, but James Hardie plank is the most common. It looks like cedar clapboard, but it's made of cement fiber. It's painted from the factory. It almost never needs to be repainted. The only thing you have to do sometimes is touch up these caulk lines where it meets the PVC trim. But it's a fantastic product. It looks rich. It looks like wood, but it doesn't need the maintenance of wood. It doesn't rot. And we love working with it. And as you can see, it kind of stands for itself. The reason, in case you're wondering, for all you siding connoisseurs out there, why isn't there caulk in here yet? Because this door right now is temporarily tacked in place. Because guess what? Sometimes things get ordered wrong. And this particular door got ordered with the wrong swing. So we put the door in temporarily. We ordered a new jam set from the factory. And when the new jam comes in, we're going to flip the hinges on the door and have it swing the right way. So that's why you don't see the caulking. This isn't finished because this door is coming back out and going back in corrected. Because things don't always get ordered right the first time. We try our best, but when they don't, we fix it. Looks a lot different in here than the last time we were here because the walls have been sheetrocked and they've been spackled to a level 3 spackle finish. Now you say, Norm, what's a level 3 spackle finish? Well, basically the application, which is standard for residential, is we put 3 separate coats of spackle after we tape the drywall, let it dry, and then after the 3rd coat, we sand everything smooth so it looks like one wall and you can't tell, hopefully, where one panel ends and the other panel begins. So that's a level 3 finish. On some super high-end projects or on some commercial work, it might be specified that they're required to do a level 4 or a level 5 finish. That's a super, super, super fine finish. Makes sheetrock lines or nail pops even more undetectable. Most people are completely happy and wouldn't know what level finish they have. They just want painted walls that look nice that don't have seams. So that's what level 3 usually provides. Oh, they're in. He's been here and gone. He didn't even put a rope on it so I could reach. So sometimes strange things happen when we're on a job. We were actually working here one day right after that big rainstorm with a lot of wind. And if you'll notice, there's something that's not here that was here before. And that was this gigantic tree. Because that tree ended up there. By the way, nobody got hurt. Some property damage that's going to be covered by insurance. But the homeowners for this job, when we were originally talking about it, they were like, maybe we should widen the driveway. I just don't want to go through the expense of taking down this tree. Maybe we'll skip it, we'll leave it, because it was going to be real difficult to basically make this driveway around these gigantic roots and this big tree that was here. It would have been expensive to take down the tree and not only grind the stump, but actually have that stump removed by machinery. Well, Mother Nature did more than half the work for us, so they're going to get their new wide driveway. But you were out of the room when I was back in the Undefeated Media Studios. You didn't hear the big announcement that I was just awarded on Thursday a $1.3 million new home construction job in Tenafly that's actually going to start relatively quickly, like within a month. It's a house that it's existing that we're actually going to demolish, completely knock it down with machinery, dig out the foundation, cart that away, start from fresh with brand new excavation, brand new poured concrete foundation. You guys are going to see it from start to finish. You're even going to get to watch us knock down the existing home. So that's going to be content for the next year. So you'll be hearing a lot about the Columbus Drive new home construction project, and we'll be stopping in there soon. What's going on, bud?
Hello.
Hey, you're gonna miss that porta potty when we pull it out of here. So here we are. This bathroom is 100% complete. Paint finish, shower glass on. And I gotta give a big shout out. You guys have been in a lot of my projects, and we only use one glass company, and that's Freedom Glass and Mirror. Brian, the owner, handles all the measures, all the fabrication, and all the installations himself. They do a great job. I don't use anybody else. If a homeowner wants to get a price from another shower glass company, they're welcome to. We don't require our homeowners to use our preferred vendors, but if I have my say in it, we only use Brian from Freedom Glass and Mirror. He's fantastic, and every bathroom you're gonna see us touring right now, unless I give a specific exception, is gonna be by Freedom Glass and Mirror. He just does a great job. You have your choice of handles. There's different options on the glass. There's something called Starfire glass, which makes it clearer. There's coatings you could put on for hard water so you don't get that white cloudy buildup over time when people have hard water and calcium and minerals. Shower glass is the finishing touch on these showers. It even makes the tile look better. So we like working with them, and they're the only ones we use. This cabinet wasn't here last time we were here, so these, just like the hall bathroom that we're going to stop in and check, they went with an inset door and inset drawers. What a look on these. And I love that they have these little bottom drawers, which is a nice touch on this cabinetry. Gives you extra storage, because sometimes when you have a sink base, you can't store a lot because you have the sink and you have the drain and you have the trap. So to pick up this little extra 4 inches of storage, look at this, fantastic. Easy close drawer. Easy close door. And this is something we did special. Luke was here, our carpenter. You've seen him on a few jobs. I love the way they incorporated a painted cabinet and added some natural wood touches. So we have these shelves here, and there's some shelves in the, I'll call it a niche, but it's not inside the shower, but it's a niche we use for storage to pick up some extra storage inside the wall cavity over here at the vanity. And instead of using tile for backsplash, they went with a high backsplash made out of the same quartz material as the countertop. So great look here, water resistant, easy to clean. It's a great option for vanity backsplashes. Floor warming, we saw way back when we were here one of the first times before we were installing tile. You've seen this in my kitchen. This is Warm Up brand floor warming that we use. It goes underneath the tile. It doesn't provide a lot of heat to the room necessarily, but what it does is it provides a comfort. So if you're walking around barefoot, it gives the tile some warmth, and it does provide a certain amount of actual ambient heat in the room, but not enough to be the only heat source. That would be real radiant heat, which is when we run water tubes connected to your boiler underneath the floor. That'll actually heat the room and replace the baseboard hot water heaters. But in this case, floor warming is just a luxury item, and if you want to just add on, this is something you can add on for not too much money that adds a nice luxurious feel and some comfort throughout the use of the bathroom. Pocket door. We talked about this when it was just a metal frame before we actually hung the door. These are great space savers. So think about it, a regular door right here would be swinging out into your bedroom, or swinging into this vanity, or swinging into the shower glass. And by putting a pocket door, it's a space saver. Now the one downside about a pocket door is the wall's hollow because the door goes in and out of it. So you can't have a light switch, you usually can't hang a light fixture, you can't hang a robe hook, you can't hang a cabinet typically on these walls. There's some spots if you hit it just right. So the downside of a pocket door is you have to change where you're gonna put your light switches. But these are fantastic space savers. And not only do they allow the door to be hidden, they have a great look. So if you want it to just look like a doorway and not a door, you still can see into your bathroom. You don't have that door kind of swinging or obstructing half of your view, but it will give you the privacy of a regular door when it is closed. So we love doing pocket doors. There is a catch. In order to fit a 2-foot pocket door, you need 4 foot of wall that has nothing in it. So if this wall was full of air conditioning ducts, we probably couldn't put this door in. Or if this door was 30 inches wide, but the space back here was only 24 inches wide, we couldn't fit it in there. And actually these homeowners requested a door, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to make it happen for them because we only had about 4 feet to work with. But in this case, as you can see, it worked out. This is pocket door hardware. So you press the tab, latch comes out to allow you to open and close it. There is a privacy lock, so it could lock it just like a bathroom or another bedroom door. They even make these with keys. But pocket door hardware, pocket door, way to go if you want to save space on a swinging door. All right guys, the hall bathroom is done as well. This was like 75% done last time we were here, but now look at it. This is what makes me happy. We got all the bath toys, we got Jack's step stool, we have the protections for the faucet. You know, we don't want to see a bathroom like it's ready for a Vogue photo shoot. We want a bathroom that looks like a family's getting their enjoyment and using it the way it's supposed to be. Makes me feel good to be in here and see it getting used. A couple things I could point out. You've seen the tile, you've seen the niche, you've seen the Schluter strip. You saw these fully inset cabinets. You did not see the toe kick lighting, which is such a nice feature. That is motion activated as well. And we did some custom carpentry shelving that we're going to pan to in a few minutes. That's over here.
It's like a niche, but we did it with custom wood to offset the painted finishes of the cabinets and the blue tile. And something that a lot of carpenters don't do that I want to point out, you know, you have the valve that comes out from the toilet that you can shut the water on and off. Usually that valve is in the wrong spot for molding. It's not that the valve comes out of the middle of the molding or the valve doesn't come out above the molding. Very often that valve comes out right at the top of the molding. And a lot of bad carpenters will just cut a little semicircle out so it can fit. A good carpenter will do this, what we did right here with this electrical outlet. So we actually, instead of having the molding travel through it, which would look horrible, or moving the outlet above the molding, we just mitered and returned our trim. And look how nice that looks. That looks like it was a feature, like it was planned for the bathroom, but it was something we did specifically because we want it to look like this when it's done. We don't want it to look like we just chopped it in to make it fit. Another satisfied customer. Porta potty's leaving today.